For decades, one tiny Japanese island captured the imagination of the entire world. People traveled thousands of miles just to ask one question: what is Okinawa's secret to living past 100? Books were written. Documentaries were filmed. Scientists flocked there hoping to uncover the formula for extraordinary longevity. And for a long time, Okinawa truly seemed like a place where aging happened differently. Centenarians weren't rare. Heart disease was remarkably low. Cancer rates were among the lowest ever recorded. Many elderly Okinawans remained physically active, mentally sharp, and socially connected well into their 90s. It earned the nickname, the Land of the Immortals. But today, something shocking has happened. The children and grandchildren of those legendary centenarians are now among the least healthy people in Japan. Modern Okinawa has the country's highest obesity rates. Metabolic syndrome has become increasingly common. Type 2 diabetes is rising. Cardiovascular disease is becoming more prevalent. Meanwhile, the regions now producing Japan's healthiest elderly population aren't on Okinawa at all. They're found in quiet mountain villages and rural prefectures on mainland Japan. So what changed? How did the world's most famous blue zone lose its health advantage in just a few generations? And what can the rest of the world learn before history repeats itself elsewhere? Let's find out. The myth of the eternal blue zone. When people hear Okinawa, they usually picture smiling centenarians tending gardens beneath bright blue skies. That image wasn't created by marketing. It was supported by decades of scientific observation. Researchers from the Okinawa Centenarian study documented unusually high numbers of healthy people living beyond 100 years of age, with remarkably low rates of chronic diseases among those born before World War II. Their findings attracted worldwide attention and transformed Okinawa into one of the most studied longevity populations on Earth. But here's the part many people never hear. That extraordinary longevity belonged primarily to one generation. The generation that experienced food scarcity, traditional farming, close-knit communities, and a lifestyle dramatically different from today's Okinawa. Their grandchildren inherited the island, but not necessarily its habits. According to Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare, Okinawa has experienced a significant decline in its national health rankings over recent decades. Today, the prefecture consistently reports the highest obesity prevalence in Japan, particularly among younger and middle-aged adults. Metabolic syndrome has become increasingly common. Life expectancy rankings have also slipped compared with several mainland prefectures. It's a remarkable reversal. The place once celebrated for exceptional longevity now faces many of the same chronic diseases affecting industrialized societies worldwide. Meanwhile, prefectures such as Nagano have emerged as longevity leaders by combining traditional lifestyles with modern healthcare and preventive medicine. The mystery isn't why Okinawans once lived so long. The real mystery is, why don't many of them anymore? The answer begins after World War II. The post-war nutritional shift. Few places in Japan experienced post-war change as dramatically as Okinawa. Following the war, the island remained under U.S. administration until 1972. The extensive American military presence profoundly influenced everyday life, including food. Long before fast food chains became common across mainland Japan, Okinawans already had easy access to hamburgers, processed meats, canned foods, sugary beverages, and calorie-dense convenience meals. These foods weren't simply occasional treats. Over time, they became part of everyday eating patterns. Slowly, traditional Okinawan meals began disappearing. For centuries, the Okinawan diet centered on purple sweet potatoes, vegetables, bitter melon, seaweed, tofu, soy products, legumes, and modest portions of fish. Purple sweet potatoes once supplied the majority of daily calories while providing fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and a low glycemic impact. Meals were naturally rich in nutrients while remaining relatively low in calories. Researchers from the Okinawa Centenarians study and nutrition scientists have long suggested that this dietary pattern contributed substantially to the low rates of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and certain cancers observed among older generations. But food wasn't just about ingredients. It was about behavior. One famous Okinawan principle was Hara Hachi Bu. Eat until you're about 80% full. Not stuffed. Not uncomfortable. Just satisfied. Modern nutritional research increasingly supports this philosophy. Studies from institutions including the National Institutes of Health suggest that chronic overeating contributes to obesity, insulin resistance, inflammation, and accelerated metabolic decline. The traditional Okinawan lifestyle naturally limited excessive calorie intake without requiring calorie counting. Unfortunately, convenience foods changed that equation. Portion sizes increased. Ultra-processed foods became common. Sugary drinks replaced tea for many young people. Highly palatable foods encouraged eating beyond natural satiety. The result wasn't immediate. It unfolded gradually across generations. And today's health statistics reflect that silent nutritional transition. But diet wasn't the only thing that changed. Movement disappeared too. The death of the walkable village. Imagine waking up every morning without thinking about exercise. Because your entire day is exercise. You walk to visit neighbors. You work in the fields. You garden. You carry groceries. You climb hills. You maintain your home. Physical activity isn't scheduled. It's simply how life works. That was traditional Okinawa. Like many rural communities throughout Japan, villages were compact and walkable. Daily necessities rarely required driving. Older adults remained active because ordinary life demanded movement. Contrast that with much of modern Okinawa. Following rapid post-war development, sprawling suburban neighborhoods expanded. Road networks favored automobiles. Public transportation remained comparatively limited in many areas. Daily errands increasingly required driving. Even short trips often became car journeys. The result? Incidental movement quietly disappeared. Exercise science consistently shows that these small daily movements, walking, standing, gardening, carrying, climbing stairs, can collectively burn hundreds of calories while improving blood sugar regulation and cardiovascular health. Research from the World Health Organization and numerous epidemiological studies demonstrates that sedentary lifestyles substantially increase the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and premature mortality. Meanwhile, many rural mainland communities, including parts of Nagano and even northern Okinawan villages like Ogumi, continue preserving lifestyles involving gardening, farming, walking, and frequent outdoor activity. The difference isn't necessarily going to the gym. It's living in an environment that naturally encourages movement. Modern convenience solved many problems. But it quietly removed one of humanity's oldest forms of medicine: everyday motion. Yet perhaps the greatest loss wasn't physical. It was social. The erosion of social cohesion. One of Okinawa's greatest longevity secrets was never found on a dinner plate. It was found around a table. For generations, Okinawans belonged to groups called Moai. These weren't clubs. They were lifelong circles of friends who supported each other emotionally, financially, and socially. Members celebrated together, worked together, grieved together. A person rarely faced hardship alone. Modern psychology increasingly recognizes something traditional Okinawans understood instinctively. Loneliness is dangerous. Research from institutions including Harvard University and large meta-analyses published in leading medical journals has shown that chronic social isolation is associated with higher risks of cardiovascular disease, depression, cognitive decline, and earlier mortality. Supportive relationships aren't merely emotionally comforting. They're biologically protective. As Okinawa urbanized, however, many traditional community structures weakened. Young adults moved for work. Neighborhood interactions became less frequent. Busy schedules replaced communal gatherings. Many lifelong Moai groups gradually disappeared. At the same time, another traditional idea also faded. Ikigai, often translated as a reason for being. For many older Okinawans, purpose wasn't tied to career success. It came from family, community, craftsmanship, gardening, volunteering, and contributing every day. Purpose gave direction, routine, identity. Modern research, including studies from Japanese universities and international aging researchers, has linked a strong sense of purpose with healthier aging, lower mortality, improved mental health, and better physical function. Without meaningful daily engagement, chronic stress increases. Sleep often worsens. Healthy routines become harder to maintain. Physical decline frequently follows psychological decline. Longevity, it turns out, was never just about food. It was about belonging. So who is getting it right today? Lessons from the new longevity leaders. Japan hasn't lost its reputation for longevity. It has simply shifted. Several mainland prefectures now demonstrate how traditional habits and modern healthcare can successfully coexist. Nagano provides one striking example. Once facing high stroke mortality decades ago, the prefecture invested heavily in community health education, salt reduction campaigns, preventive medicine, physical activity, and regular health screenings. Combined with active rural lifestyles and strong social engagement, these efforts helped produce some of Japan's highest life expectancy figures. Researchers from Japan's National Institute of Public Health have frequently highlighted the importance of preventive healthcare working alongside healthy daily habits rather than replacing them. Meanwhile, something encouraging is happening back in Okinawa. A growing number of schools and local communities are attempting to reconnect younger generations with their culinary heritage. Farm-to-school initiatives expanding through 2026 encourage students to grow vegetables, learn traditional cooking methods, and eat more locally produced foods instead of relying heavily on processed meals. These programs aren't nostalgic. They're practical. Children learn where food comes from. They spend more time outdoors. They reconnect with local agriculture. And perhaps most importantly, they rediscover cultural habits that once protected generations before them. Whether these efforts will reverse decades of rising chronic disease remains uncertain. But they represent an important beginning. Because Okinawa's greatest lesson isn't that longevity is inherited. It's that longevity is practiced. Every single day. In conclusion, for years, the world searched Okinawa for a magical ingredient. A hidden superfood. A secret herb. A miracle diet. But the truth turned out to be far less mysterious. Long life wasn't created by geography. It was created by culture. Simple meals. Daily movement. Strong friendships. Purpose. Moderation. Community. When those traditions weakened, health statistics changed with surprising speed. The Okinawan story reminds us that even the healthiest society can lose its advantage if the habits that built it disappear. And perhaps that's the most important lesson of all. Longevity isn't something we discover. It's something we continually create. One meal. One walk. One friendship. one meaningful day at a time. If you enjoyed this video and want more evidence-based explorations into the science of longevity, nutrition, and healthy living around the world, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments, which traditional health habit do you think modern society needs to bring back the most? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.